6 months into owning the boat, we decided to put on these brand new covers that we had created with the help of a friend. These are all nicely stapled on. Unfortunately, since then, these have started to come off, and unfortunately, may not be able to see right here, but these staples are now pointing out. So when we go to move these around, sometimes we get poked by these staples, and I've had a couple of lacerations as well. So maybe time to improve the covers on these. Nothing like having the right tool for the job. We originally tried to do these with just a little screwdriver, and we tried to do it with a big pliers to pull each and one individually out. But then we realized we had this tool, which is specially designed for staple removal. Just gets right there underneath the staple, shove it in like so, comes right off, usually. For the bigger staples and deeper ones, you gotta kind of get in there a little bit more, but yes. Now I just need to do that a couple hundred times and this should be staple free. And once you get the rhythm to it, it goes pretty quick. So you get a couple up and then you can just pull them out, mostly by hand. Sometimes it drops on the floor and you have to remember not to step on them. A lot of the times it drops on the floor and you have to remember not to step on them. Oh, and yeah, you can see some of these have really rusted out. So they're actually hard to get out because the corrosion just blocks them, but definitely don't want that stabbing you. Okay. And once you get one layer off, it seems like you're almost done, and that wasn't too bad. And then you pull it off, and yet another layer of staples. So it's got to keep on unstapling. This is now getting down to the original foam that's in these guys. And we had put much fewer staples than the original boat creators had, so we've got a lot more work to do to get the original cover off, so now we can finally put our own cover on the base layer of this. Okay, so you can see here, we've got a ton of holes from all the staples from our backing and our covering and the old backing and that covering, so all of that's now been ripped off. We just need to take the cover off, so let's pull that through. And we are left with the original backing and the original foam for the cushion. We're also going to rip that off and just be left with the... So we don't need this backing anymore. It's very heavy and it's useful for structure, but we don't think we're actually going to need it for our backs. So I'm just going to get that off of there. It's glued, so it takes a little bit of effort. There we go. We're left with these two parts of the cushion, and we're going to take this foam here, if I can get it off of the old cover. There we go. So this guy here, we'll go over this like this, and we'll hold it all together, and our cushion cover will hold all this together, and that'll be our new cushion. And there we go. Took a little longer than it seemed to get all this nicely in, but there's our new cushion. It's a little squishier than our old one, but feels very good when you lay against it, and very clean and very new. So that is a project well done. We just need to repeat that about 8 more times. That's it. We've got the cushions all complete. They feel awesome, brand new fabric, and it matches the bottom cushions we did a few months ago. And just
what is that?
Well, I did say we got all of them done, but we did run out of fabric. So whatever is left, which will be these two and maybe one over there, we don't have enough fabric to actually get it done, and we can't really get it where we are right now. So somewhere down the line in the Caribbean, we will put in a new order, get some more fabric, and wrap these up. But I think the new ones are awesome, and we're putting them in places where we sit most often, and very happy that we got this much done. So Spandana has hurt her wrist just through the normal boat activities that we do. Not sure exactly when it happened, but it's hurting a lot, so we're going to try to splint it up with this thing over here.
So basically this is a SAM splint, and the reason that we don't have a separate splint for, let's say if we hurt our knee, our wrist, or whatever, is just because they're just heavy to carry, and in our little med kit we don't want to have so many things. So the SAM splint is great because it's basically looks like our fruit roll-up, and you can make it into whatever splint you want to make it into, and it has instructions right on there. So we're going to get Dave to do split me. Split me, Dave. So I didn't hurt myself badly, but basically I think this tendon here is a little inflamed, and so it hurts when I move my thumb around. And I can do this, but I cannot turn my like that. That hurts. That hurts a lot. So ice, rest, and a little bit of physical therapy in about a week or so. But for now, it's the rest part. So Dave's gonna split me up. Right, make it nice and curvy and comfortable. And that's good. And just wrap the rest to get it out of the way. Dr. Dave. And look at that. This is loose, but he did that on purpose. This part, which is the only important part, my wrist is totally immobilized. So I can't move it around a lot, and this part is immobilized.
I totally did that on purpose, yes.
Yeah, he totally did that on purpose. Good job, Dr. Dave.
Our part finally showed up to Staniel Key, so it is time to get over there, get our part, and then get out there.
Get out there.
Oh, okay. I'll get out there and take the anchor up.
Oh, that's one of our sister ships. She is also a Caliber. Her name is Gigi, and they have the most adorable corgi ever.
Okay, I'm ready for you. Just need the engine on and going that way.
Okay. Bye-bye.
See you soon.
This SAM splint has been so nice. I took it off for a little bit just to get a break from it, but it is been amazing. My wrist is not 100% yet, but it's like 80%. I'm trying to give it the break it can, but it's so easy to put on. I can put it on by myself. Like, I never thought someone could splint themselves so easily. So yeah, money well spent. I just have to squish it into place, and the nice thing is you squish it to what feels good, like immobilized but not cutting out blood circulation. So, and then if it is too tight, you just sort of push here and it just kind of relaxes back up. So yay. The sea state looks excellent. It's a nice sort of, so we're sailing almost into the wind, which means that the wind is coming almost towards us, basically. The best angle that a turtle can usually get is about 50 degrees before we don't get the most optimal sailing angle. Sometimes we can push it to 45, but 50 is about her limit, and I think that's about where her limit is, which unfortunately puts us not in a rum line, which means like the shortest possible distance to our destination, which is okay. I think it's maybe 1 or 2 tacks. And maybe an extra hour added, and we'll be there. We're at our destination today, so, and we've done this so many times, this specific track, that, oh! Okay. It's a little bouncy. It's not like I'm gonna feel sick bouncy, but it's a little bouncy. It's okay. But we've done this so many times that we could do it in the dark. Like, it's a very easy entrance, a very wide entrance, so even if we run out of daylight a little bit today, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's not our favorite thing to sail in the Bahamas at nighttime, but we've done this so many times, it's okay. So, it's a nice day. I think it's time for some Hot Pockets.
That turned out to be, the Hot Pockets actually turned out really well, but they were the highlight of the trip. But the actual sea state was really rough compared to what we thought it was going to be, unfortunately. So it was a lot of getting knocked around a bit there. Took a little nap in the middle just because it was so rough. But you know, it was pretty okay once we got in. The cut, basically you turn into the cut and all the waves go away here, so that was nice. Grabbed a mooring ball here at Staniel. Unfortunately, we have a little bit of a guest that joined us on the boat, and he had a rough couple of minutes than the end of his life. So this squid, I think, got knocked onto the boat with a wave. He squirted ink all over this area. I think it ended up over here as well. There's some up by the mast, so I guess he was started around maybe there. And it actually goes to the starboard side of the boat, where it's on top of some of our fenders and on our deck. So poor guy got knocked up and knocked onto the boat and didn't have a great time of it afterwards. We'll give him a burial by sea later. But we're here, get our stuff, and hang out for some wind that's coming through.
A rough sail day means need for a delicious meal. So we are making up some katsu. So that is some banged out, flattened out chicken with our trusty little hammer guy. We've got our little breading station here with panko, flour, and egg. And first guy out, we're making some rice and some sauteed broccoli to go with it. So it's going to be so yummy. Look at the shine. Shiny.
All right. I think that's it. This looks like the part that we were looking for. Exactly matches what we ordered, and the rail size looks correct. Definitely need to make sure this rail doesn't fall out, otherwise all those balls inside of here fall out as well. So this helps us get it on without needing to do anything else. So let's go get it on there. First step is take our very rusty Allen wrench and get this back off again. Okay, so the bolt that actually comes here is way too thick for this block that we currently have. So I think I just want to change this guy out at some point or get a shackle that would work. But we use one of our hundreds of little bolts we got from Amazon a long time ago. It fits, so we put that in and it looks pretty solid. Unfortunately, it's not quite long enough to go all the way through this, which I'd like, but really all the force is going up instead of side to side, so I think that's fine for now. So don't need that guy. And now we just need to rerun all this line. If I can remember how to run this line. Did I take a picture?
Traveler works, and it actually did really well. We had to motor over back to Rock Sound because there just was no wind, but it held, and it held well, so we're very happy about that. Got another few days before another storm passes over and we catch the next front to try to get a window over to the Virgin Islands, but that's really good. We're making some butter chicken today. I'm doing my secret marination of spices. It's not really secret, the recipe's out there for you, but got some butter chicken, got some really good company around here. Actually, we know about 2 or 3 boats that we're dying to hang out, and also Eleuthera is one of our favorite part of the Bahamas to visit for land purposes. Exumas is our favorite snorkeling spot, so we're gonna hang out with them. We're going to go to the farmer's market. We're gonna get our propane refilled. We're gonna do lots and lots of things to get all nice and prepared, but for today, it is butter chicken time. Oh! Speaking of butter chicken, Spice Rack 2.0. 2.0. If you remember, so now it has a cover, and if you remember, we actually had a door and everything, except realistically it just wasn't working out. Things were just falling forward the second we opened it. If the anchor wasn't dead calm, and forget cooking when we're on the move. So we actually don't have a whole lot of extra walnut to revamp it completely, so we butchered different parts of it. The part that used to be on the door we put down here, and we took the top part of it and put it here, and now they are a lot more stable. And because we actually realized, and we knew this, but I don't know why we ignored it, but spices shouldn't be exposed to a lot of sunlight because they go bad faster. And so we've got a little bit of Velcro strips on the inside that will stick here, and get out of the way. Ta-da! very much happier with version 2.0. But for now, I need the spices for my chicken curry. So, a big thank you to our Patreons, Madi and Chris and Justin Fagan.